AmericanTreeMusic.com, and this is going to be lesson 6 of day 1. And what I'm going to be talking about in this lesson is going to be the difference between major and minor sounds, or major and minor chords, and the difference with that is going to be happy and sad. So everything basically is going to come down to whether or not it's major or minor. So this is going to be the rudimentary beginner of where you're going to hear the basically the sound difference and how to play them. And the first thing you're going to start off with is what's called the triad, which is going to be a 3-note scale. Now we're going to start off with the major triad, and most people, when they learn anything like this, start off with the C major triad, and I'm not going to be any different. The reason for that is there are no sharps or flats. So before, when we were doing everything, when you were practicing the other exercises, you're going up and down the neck, not really worrying about what notes you were playing. This time you're going to have to start seeing what it is that you're doing and start identifying what it is that we're playing. Your C major triad is going to be C, E, G, and then the C is going to repeat. I'm going to show 3 ways on how to practice this, and then other lessons I'll be doing this with the minor, and we'll be expanding off of that. So to begin, your C to start with is going to be on the 3rd fret on the A string right here, and you're going to drop your number 1 down onto that. From there, you're going to shift up the neck, and your pinky is going to go to the 7th fret, which is E. Play that note there. As you can see, hopefully, your middle finger just drops right to the 5th fret, which is going to be the G. Oop, play it again. And it's also bridged right across the C note on the G string. C, E, G, C. And then of course backwards. C, E, G, C, G, E, C. Second variation of that is you're going to start with your middle finger. So your index finger is going to be across the 2nd fret, middle is across the 3rd, ring is across the 4th, pinky is across the 5th. Middle finger is going to be on the 3rd fret A string, which is, here's your C again, C. Index is going to be on the 2nd fret D string, E. Pinky, you don't have to shift this time, it's going to fall right into the 5th fret on the D string, here's your G. And then of course it bridges to the C. Finally, there's going to be a 3rd way, and you're going to start with your pinky. Most people, when they start playing anything, for the most part, rely on their index and their ring finger. And it's a habit that I had years ago, and it took a long time to correct. You want to use all 4 of your fingers. You want to especially use your middle finger and your pinky as much as possible, just to strengthen the tendons and then be able to play. So your C note is going to be on the 8th fret on the E string. Now it's important to note that everything I just showed on the 3rd fret on the A can also be done right here. But for this exercise, I want you to use your pinky. So you're going to drop your 4 onto the 8th fret, which is your C. Your 3 is going to be on the 7th fret A string. Here's your E. Then your 1 is going to be on the 5th fret D string. It's going to bridge again. C, C, E, G, C, G, E, C. And it almost looks like one of the techniques I was taught is you can start looking at it in shapes. This to me was always kind of like going up a staircase. And you have your triangles here. However you want to imagine it, it's just whatever you can use as a reference there. So again, your C major triad, which is going to be a happy sound, and that's going to go over major chords later on as you're playing or in other upcoming lessons. I'll expand upon that, but for now, C, E, G, C. So with that, you want to be able to not just do this in C, but you want to do this up and down the neck. So you want to play this with A, you want to play this in A flat, play it in G. You want to work on this as much as possible, but for now, stick with C, get locked in with that, get comfortable. And wherever you play this, the fingering is never going to change. So if you can do this here, you go to a G, nothing changes. So get plenty of practice in. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you learned something. Apply it to your training. See you at the next lesson.